Okay, so this one's for all you married folks out there who wants to love their spouse more. So maybe you guys aren't fighting anymore and you resolve differences and money problems really aren't an issue. Major concerns really aren't there. And you just find that you don't really love your spouse like you used to, or you don't love them. So how do you love them again? How do you love them more? Frequent question. So I want you to think of your kid, of your child, and how much you love your child and how much you would do for your child. So most people just feel innately lots of love for their kid. They feel like they would do anything for their kid. Kid's top of the world. Now think about what your kid does for you. Your kid doesn't really do a lot for you. They might smile, they might, especially if it's a baby, they're going to coo a little bit. They're going to scream a lot, they're going to be entitled. They're not going to do their share of chores. They're not going to really be helpful. They're not going to be emotionally there to lift you up. They're not going to fulfill any needs for you. But you're going to love them a lot. And the reason why you love them a lot is because you are constantly serving them. You are constantly doing kind things for them. If they talk to you, you're going to stop what you're doing and you're going to be like, what? And you're going to hang on their every word. And if they do something cute or lovable or neat or different, you're going to focus in and you're going to pay attention. Well, for some reason, we get this idea that for us to love our spouse, they have to fulfill our needs, when it doesn't work that way in other relationships. Or they have to act differently or say something differently or help with the chores or not be entitled or be emotionally there for us. But in other relationships, that doesn't need to be present for us to love them. So love doesn't have to be, you don't have to get the desired result from your partner in order to increase your love for them. And you would increase your love for them the same way you would for your kid. You would pay attention. If they're talking or starting a conversation, even when they're starting a conversation with things, or especially when they're starting a conversation with little tidbits and words and phrases that have nothing to do with anything, such as, how was work today? They probably don't really care how work was, but they want to talk to you. They want to feel that connection. Or, what did you think of that meal that they didn't cook? They probably really don't care how the meal splashed against your taste buds and what physiological sensation it created. What they want to do is they want to build that connection. So just answering little questions, little tidbits that are building connections, paying attention to what they enjoy, paying attention to what they do, watching their eyes light up when you do something kind for them is fun. But if they don't respond well, enjoy the doing. Lots of people, for instance, love buying gifts for their little kids or building elaborate birthday parties for their little kids, and the little kid enjoys the box, doesn't really care about the birthday party, doesn't care that you just spent $500 on decorations. But you enjoyed it. You enjoyed going to the store. You enjoyed decorating. You enjoyed sending the invites out. You enjoyed buying these things. You enjoyed cooking the cake. It was the gift of love, the act of loving that you enjoyed. Not so much how it was received. If it's received positive, well, that's icing on the cake. You feel amazing. But those toys are going in the trash. The next day, the kid's just not going to play with them after a month, and you still enjoyed it. You still think back to it. Same thing with adults. Acts of service is very keen. If you do acts of service, you do them because, and here's the difference, you're doing acts of service toward your loved one because you love them, versus I'm doing acts of service because eventually I want them to do A, B, C. If you are doing acts of service because you want them to respond in a certain way, you're going to be disappointed a lot because they're human and humans suck. They often respond in ways that you don't want them to respond. But if you're doing acts of service because you enjoy doing nice things, you enjoy being a kind person, you enjoy being this type of spouse, then you're going to love doing those acts of service, and you're going to build love inside of you because loving, the act of loving, feels really good. Just like holding a baby. It feels really good to hold that baby and love them, and you feel all this love coming out of you, and you look into their eyes and you can just feel it well out of you into the baby, and the baby screams at you and coughs up and throws up on your shirt, but you still love them because you don't have expectations. You're not saying baby should be acting this way, and because he's not, I can't love him anymore. The expectations are not there. They're gone. So when we love our spouse without the expectation of now they should do this way, now they should respond that, you're going to feel the same thing. You just got to get rid of those expectations that they have to perform or fulfill something sort of need in order for you to be kind to them. Well, that's a long rant, but that's how it's done, and I think a lot of people are not going to like that advice, but that's just how it works. Okay, see you guys later. Bye-bye.